Hey guys, rwplm here, and today I'm doing something I usually don't do, and I'm gonna teach how to do some trolls. So you can do this with friends, or if you have someone you want to get back at, or just straight up don't like, you can do these trolls. Uh, if you do get caught doing these trolls, please don't tag my name onto it. So first of all, this is a troll for a lot of your friends who have autosave enabled. Now, this will not destroy the world. A lot of things pretty much everything I'm going to show you guys will not destroy the world. Uh, Now, this will get on your friend's nerves big time. So what you will need is, uh, by the way, this would probably, if you want to do this properly, I recommend doing it on creative. So first of all, you need an end portal. You need um, any number of dispensers. I recommend 12. Uh, or you can even go 4. Redstone, um, a redstone compriator, or however you pronounce that, and a lever. Of course, any building block of your choice. So what we're going to do is build an end portal wherever your friend will most likely go look. You can even build it underground somewhere where he'll never find it. Now we're going to activate it. Make sure you do not go through it, otherwise your friend might be getting suspicious. Now if it does that, all you gotta do is break one of the corners and just keep placing the eye until it activates as so. So we're just gonna build a small one here. Going to, careful not to fall in, place a dispenser there, 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 and there. Now if you'd like, you can also go on, have it all out with dispensers, but you don't have to. So now we're just going to build a ring of stone or cobblestone, whatever building block you're using, around the dispensers. I don't have to place it here because it's already down. Now you will need redstone all the way around. Now, this part, a lot of you probably already know, but to place redstone on top of dispensers and things, just crouch. Make sure you're not flying, just crouch. And you can place your redstone on top of dispensers. Good. Now we need to make sure the redstone signal reaches all the way around. Because as most of you out there know, redstone gets weaker as it goes. And that's what redstone repeaters are for. Or other little simple tricks to keep it going. Okay, so as you can see, it goes all the way around. So we're going to go ahead and take that out. We're going to build a few blocks back to make sure it doesn't overload itself and not activate all of the dispensers. There we go. Now we're going to flick it on, make sure it still works. All the dispensers are working very well. So, now what you want to do, fill each one with TNT. This is also the basics of how to make a nuke, as you probably know in one of my previous videos. So just fill it up with however much TNT you want. You can fill each dispenser with a stack, or fill it to the brim. Now before I flick it on, what this will do is after a while the TNT will overload in the end, forcing the application to have an error, thus making them close their application. Now you can do that if they have autosave disabled, but if they have autosave enabled, every time they join the world, even if they're not near the dispenser, it will shut off their world after a little while, and they will get very frustrated and try to figure out why that world keeps crashing until you eventually tell them, or until they delete the world, which please tell them, don't let them delete a good world. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead, turn on TNT, and just leave it on for a few. Oh, apparently the redstone signal isn't strong enough to You guys can tweak around with it, but you get the idea. If I left that on for very long, it would eventually overload and kaboom. Okay, this next one can make players very frustrating. So, let's say you want to make it to where they can't get inside their house through their door. Well, let's just make a little demonstration here. Let's just choose red carpet. So, there's nothing abnormal if you have carpet in your house. I recommend doing this with friends who have carpet in their house. Don't go to a friend and just put one piece of carpet down because that's just going to be straight up awkward. This will also work for mobs too. So what you want to do, take a fence post, break the floor. I got a basement down there. And then just place the carpet on top. It will not appear any different than the rest, but you will find you will not be able to get out. If you're on the outside, just break this out of the... Stupid! If you're on the outside, you will not be able to get in, and your friends will try to break, but it won't work. So that's a good little trick if you want to prevent your friends from going in and out of their door. Now, this next one is pretty entertaining to troll your friends with on survival. So, say they're constantly cooking stuff in a furnace. So, let's just make a little demonstration here. Grab some of that. And some raw chicken. So, they're cooking in a furnace. Well, if you want to troll them without taking the stuff from their furnace, all you need to do is dig 2 blocks down. Place a chest or a double chest. Place a hopper. Then place a chest on top. Now as you see, the chicken is stored right here or whatever you're smelting or cooking. So let's try it out in this furnace. Clear out my inventory. This time let's try raw pork chops. So now I'm not going to touch, I'm not going to put my crosshairs over my interface. So watch, and as soon as it hits that square, boom, disappears. And they're going to be sitting here thinking, what is going on? What is happening to all my food, all my iron? Well, it's all going in this chest. Another thing too, though, you can actually use that for for your own purposes if you want to make it to where you don't have to collect your stuff, have it go into one of your secret rooms. But I mainly like to use that to troll with friends. Now another funny thing is using this same technique. I'll take all that crap. Hold up. Basically the same mechanism with the chest and the hopper on top. Now you just want to take a trap chest and place it. Now some texture packs, you can tell it's a trap chest because that little mark around the latch is very visible. Now this will work best if you have a stone or cobblestone floor underneath it, as so that way it won't stick out as much, the hopper. And how this is going to work, you open up the chest, and when you put the stuff in, the stuff doesn't disappear. You close it, it's a trap chest. So open it up. Oh no, all my stuff's gone! Well, how this works, if a redstone signal is hitting that hopper, it will not take anything away or deliver anything. So when you open the trap chest, that sends the signal. That's meaning whatever you put in the chest, as long as it's open, will stay in the chest. As soon as the chest closes, signal goes away, and then the hopper will be emptying. Now another thing that a friend recently taught me to troll is be invisible even with armor. Now as a lot of you know, if you throw that on, your armor is still going to be visible even though you are invisible. Now a lot of people like using chain mesh armor because it's not as visible as the others, but you're still kind of visible. So how do we fix that? Simple. Change to a skin where the armor does not show up, such as this little garden gnome. So that's not really, no, I don't know why they call it that. So now, as you can see, I am completely invisible, but I am yet wearing armor. And to improve it even further, I'm going to throw on diamond armor. Now the only thing they will be able to see is whatever you're holding in your hand. So it's best to have an empty slot next to your weapon. And then, boop, going like that. Another thing, if you run, they're going to be able to follow that. So I recommend jumping while running because it's not quite as visible. So that's a neat way to have armor while being invisible so you can walk around, take a stick or something, hit your friend on the back. They're flinging around with their sword. What just hit me? And if they do happen to hit you, it won't kill you because you're wearing armor. So let's go ahead, drink some milk. Back to normal. Now this next one is actually fairly simple. You want to make a doorway that's impossible to get through for anybody. Just make a doorway, just normal doorway that's 2 blocks high. Big enough to walk through. Now go on one of the walls, I prefer the lower wall on either side, and place some vines. Now, look in roughly the middle of the block and place a ladder. Now from this side, it will be an invisible block, making it to where you cannot go through. It doesn't matter what's underneath or anything. You cannot make it through no matter how hard you try. Now come on this side, you can actually see the ladder block, but I don't know why it does this, but there's another way to where you can make an invisible block all the way around. I don't know how to do that. I've tried. You can look it up on YouTube somewhere. But on this side it is completely invisible. Whichever side you place the ladder on, he'll be invisible. Take that away, and you can actually stand on that block. But it still functions as a ladder. So that's a good way to block off doorways and make your friends think they're lagging. What's going on? What's happening? What? Oh. And then they just feel like a complete idiot. Now, this isn't so much to troll your friend, this is just to test your friend's wits on Minecraft. I recently saw a video where a guy just straight up made himself look like an idiot without realizing it. So what you need to do, put your friend in survival, give him an area with water, but don't tell him anything what to do with the water. Give him 1 crafting table, and if I can, there we go, and 3 pieces, I want 3 not 2, 3 pieces of iron. So just place a crafting table anywhere, give him the 3 pieces of iron, and tell him to use these 3 pieces of iron in that crafting table to get up to the top of a high place. I'm using this mountain for an example. A lot of people would probably, I mean, if you know anything about Minecraft, you'll instantly know what to do. But apparently there's people out there who are dumb enough not to know what to do. So, if you, if they get so frustrated they give up, you can just go ahead and show them and make them feel like an idiot. Just hit the crafting table, scroll over, make a bucket with the 3 pieces of iron, and oh wait, let me switch myself to survival, or, yeah. So there's the bucket. And what you're basically just gonna do is this, all the way up. And your friend is probably going to feel like a complete idiot. So that's a good way, I won't exactly call it a troll, but that's a good way to make your friend feel like an idiot on something that's pretty much Minecraft logic. Okay, so next thing you want to do is find a place, you can do this in this desert or on a beach like this. Just find an open area full of sand. Now, take an area of any size. I recommend probably a good 4x4 block of sand. And just dig down a few blocks. I'd say 3 blocks down, maybe a few more. Make it however deep you want it. It doesn't really matter. Let's go a little bit more. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you know this. Fill the bottom with whatever you wish. You can use fire, you can use lava, you can use whatever your heart desires. Now, just above this, I'm just gonna place some, you know what? I need to dig down further. Please hold. Okay, so what I had to do was lower it another block, replace the lava. I placed spider webs around, and then I dug out around the edge, placing redstone. Now, this redstone is not necessary. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is just for different devices. You could put pressure plates on top. You can hook it up to tripwire. I just did this as an example for those of you who would like to know, hook up to levers, all sorts of stuff. So what we're going to do now is cover the edge with sand. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know this trick. I'm going to leave this block open. That's a sticky piston right there. So I'm going to go ahead and place a torch. Now, if you want to use this technique, this is probably the best technique to use, in my personal opinion. Make sure this little corner right here has a repeater going both directions. Either way, it hooks up directly into the sticky piston. So now we don't need the torch anymore. Get rid of that. Now on this one block of sand, we're just going to start placing signs. And I just picked it up. That's the point. If I add it. Believe it or not, guys, you'll not believe how many times I've had to retake this. This is about my 5th retake because of technical difficulties. Please skip forward anytime in the video if you want to see how this end result is. So I placed that torch there so that this will just, that block of sand will hover there. Place that there. Now remember where this block is. You're going to place that down and place the chest right there. And that will activate it. Now that's a trap chest. So I had set my spawn right here already. So I'm going to go over to adventure mode. There's nothing in here. Oh, I see. And this is completely unescapable. It's pretty much quicksand that leads to, well, your choice. Falling to death, or as I chose, lava. You can make it to where they drown. Yes, I died, I know. Try swimming in lava. So how this works, when you open up the trap chest, it will activate the redstone, thus causing the sticky piston to grab the sand connected to the sign and pull it out. And apparently I just found out that if a piston pushes sand on top of a web, it won't fall. Huh. Moving on. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I was wandering through my world. This is part of a world I've only been in maybe once. And somehow a Jeb that I spawned clear on the other end of the world got over here. I don't know how he did that. So, yeah. Bye-bye, Jeb. This next one, there's probably several different videos out there of how to do this, but it's basically how to make exploding trees. What you want to do is jump down. I made a hole underneath this tree. Grab a lever, place it on the bottom of that tree trunk, flick it. Now we grab our dirt, if it were placed down. We don't need it quite that high. Grab some redstone. Get the redstone torches now, and it will deactivate all these torches. So now what we're going to do is load this place up with TNT, baby. Oh yeah, you heard me. Tie and tie. Any day now. Again, if you would like to skip forward in the video, you may do as so. Okay, now we're gonna grab the TNT. Make sure TNT explodes up when you do this, in case you have an error. I do not recommend doing this in survival with TNT on, because you just might blow yourself to the moon and back. Yay! And shit, I'm stuck. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of it. Of course you can add on more TNT, but I'm just doing this as an example. So we're gonna go ahead, turn on TNT explodes. No hissing. So how this is gonna work, when that block is broken, the lever will be gone, therefore the redstone it's lit will no longer be deactivating the redstone torches, causing a chain reaction. Now that was kind of just a small little, well, I won't exactly call it small, but that was a small impact. And I just found a mob spawner with no chest. That's a skilly spawner. Well, I'm not saving it anyways. Who cares? If this was survival, I'd be freaking, I don't know. Now this one can be quite entertaining and used in a variety of ways. So we all know about the standard TNT cannon, right? That projects you dozens of feet in the air and all this fancy stuff. Well, today we're going to use it to send you so far that you hit the moon. Well, that's what you can tell your friends anyways. We're actually just going to go into the end. And yes, you can make it to where it will send you straight to the end. Now you can use this technique I'm doing here, or you can hook it up with dispensers that will automatically dispense the TNT. So we all know how this works. You push the button, stand down here, it shoots you sky high. I'm going to move this so we don't have any errors. But this is only half the step. I'm going to do that just in case. The next step is actually a little more complicated. Well, not quite. So now, you're going to go up just a little bit. I'd say probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 blocks above the portal, or the, not the launcher. And you're going to build an end portal above it. Don't worry. This can only be done, sadly enough, to work this good, it can only be done in creative. That's the sad thing about this. Okay, next step, just bust up the portal. Leave nothing but the actual, whatever that is, the portal piece itself. It's still active, don't touch it. Try not to touch it. Just break it down, and then there you go. So, really? You know, I'm gonna just do this. There. Okay, so let's just see how well this actually works. Turn on TNT. Now, you can put that a bit high so they don't see the smoke stuff coming off. And it shot me straight. Oh shit, there's the TNT from earlier. Okay. So the way this works is you can enter the end even if you're coming from underneath it. But you cannot see actually underneath the end portal. The only thing you see is that little mist stuff coming off of it. Now, this is also good for another technique. You know what? Instead of making a new portal, I'll just build around. No, I'll just make a new portal. Oh, by the way, you can break this down in creative if you want. So let's just say we got a nice little house here. Alright, ain't that fancy? Why am I doing that? I don't know. I'm an idiot. Okay. finished, not finished. Seriously, if you're just watching me do every single step of this, I kind of feel bad for you watching me. And I'm not trying to make a fancy house either. I'm just trying to make a house that works and gets the job done. Why? Because that's all I care about. Again, another port. Where's the? I got this thing memorized. I don't know why I struggle in trying to find it. Let's just build it right here. Now this is if you want to build a staircase in a house, troll your friends by doing this. There we go. And to make it not look suspicious, so hopefully this will mainly work on people who aren't looking too well. So they're just gonna walk upstairs, boom, and yay, there's no TNT this time waiting for me. I'm just gonna place that there because I feel like it, and then I'm just gonna do that, followed by that, and now it just looks like some kind of sacred ritual. Most people would start playing Doctor Who music and saying Illuminati, but no. Now this next one could be reasonably fallen for. All you need is, first off all, make a simple doorway, pressure plate, dispenser. I know this might seem foolish at first, but it can be fallen for. So now you're just going to cover all of this in any carpet of your choice. I'm just going to place one stack in there for now. I'm going to do that. Place the carpet on top of the dispenser, and then iron door. Now this can be reasonably fallen for. Oh, I see. You know what? I'm an idiot. Let's try this again. Oh, I see. I'm dead. Run. That backfired. Never mind.